We have Eurodollar on the monthly time frame here. The monthly candle has just closed today, and from what we can see, we have a very big bearish monthly engulfing candle for the month of June. So, as you all know, we're intraday traders at Scale Up FX. But always start with the top-down analysis, which happens to be very, very important. Uh, but we're just going to move down to the lower time frames to really get the story of what I'm looking at for the rest of the week, especially going into July for euro dollar. On the weekly time frame last week, we had a bullish week last week with a little bit of a rejection. As you can see, the high of the candle came in at 1.19753, uh, while the low of the candle came in at 1.18476. Today, we actually violated that low. Uh, the current weekly candle is forming, and the low of the current weekly candle is 1.18450. On the daily time frame, we've had three bearish consecutive days. So every day this week has been bearish. I have this black box here uh, on the daily time frame as a draw on liquidity. As you can see, we have here a very, very big volume imbalance here. So what I'm expecting is for price to dip into this zone, as we can see here down on the 4 hour, price to dip into this zone. We've taken out these equal lows last week. We have relative equal lows here today. We've kind of wicked through it, but not really convincing. I'm currently in this trade. I have a about 1 to 4.5 risk to reward. I'm looking for euro dollar to come in here at the least, to fill up this little imbalance. We've had straight bearish days, but let me turn on my session breaker so we can see what price is actually telling us on an intraday time frame. Right. So how we view the market is this. Firstly, we want to see who is holding the money in the market right now. We have everyone selling from the 25th of June is still in profit. They could have taken re-entries here. They could have taken re-entries as the lows were being broken and we're getting retest. They could have been taking re-entries. Now, yes, we have NFP on Friday, but we have a very, very heavy day later today in London session with a lot of economic data being released. So this is definitely going to move the market, and I'm looking forward to how euro dollar and other dollar related pairs are going to play out with time, especially before NFP, because I would look to not trade NFP, especially if I don't see an opportunity and a narrative. So we have this major lows here that we're taking out this lows of last week before this uh, big expansion to the upside. If we look at the dollar, which we know that the euro is very inversely correlated with. We'd see that we've been on a bullish run since the beginning of this week. We formed this low last week. We did not take out the low of last week. We formed a low as well towards the end of last week, close to that one we formed, and we've just run up above all these highs, right? We've even now taken out the highest high of the weekly range, of the near-term weekly range at 92.405. What am I seeing on the euro dollar and the DXY now, since it is inversely correlated with the euro dollar? We have a bunch of equal lows here, which I'd want us to take out. I am still short-term bullish on the euro dollar. We have this drawn liquidity here at 92.8, which I expect to be filled. But before that, I'd like us to get a small pullback, actually, which will give the Euro USD a chance to also give us a small pullback on the daily range, because we have this. I'm going to frame my daily range around these last four candles. We had three down candles and one rejection week candle, but still closed bullish. So my daily range is this, and I'm looking at 1.9 as the main threshold for the daily range. Why am I doing that? So as I said, the daily range, I'll be taking the daily range as these last candles. And I said at 1.9 will be my main threshold for this daily range. So I'd like to see at least euro dollar get back to tap into 1.9 at the very minimum, before we see selling pressure. And if we pull out our fibs, we use the fibs here from body to body. We have the 7062 area, 70.5 fib 62 area at the 1.92 psychological institutional level. So I am looking for price to at least trade to that short-term high, and we'll see where we go from there. But I definitely would like us to break Wednesday's high, and I'd like us to break Tuesday's high at the very least, and see price trading back into 1.195. So short term, in summary, I am bullish for the rest of the week on euro dollar. Uh, as my bias changes, we'll definitely update you. Do not forget to check out the link in the bio for the free Telegram where we send out trade setups. So much value is being added on the Telegram channel, and you wouldn't want to be a part of it. You wouldn't want to miss any part of it actually. Uh, Thank you. We'll be having another trade breakdown, maybe before the end of the week. Probably going to be GBP USD. We'll see how that goes.